The big day had arrived, July 13th, 2025. MetLife Stadium buzzed with anticipation as fans from around the globe filled the stands for the FIFA Club World Cup final. Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain, two European giants, were ready to battle for the ultimate prize. The atmosphere was electric, the stakes higher than ever. Chelsea, led by Enzo Maresca, entered with confidence and a young, dynamic squad. PSG, packed with superstars, were desperate to claim their first Club World Cup. The stadium was a sea of blue and red, fans singing and waving flags. The Champions League anthem echoed as players walked onto the pitch, focused and determined. Millions watched worldwide as the referee's whistle signalled kick-off. From the start, both teams attacked with intensity, setting a blistering pace. Every touch, every tackle, every pass was met with deafening noise. For Chelsea, it was a chance to prove their dominance. For PSG, a shot at history. The world's best clubs clashed for the title of number one. The energy was palpable. This was more than a game. Chelsea fans roared with every move. PSG supporters urged their team forward. The final was underway, promising drama and unforgettable moments. The pressure was immense, but the players thrived on it. This was football at its finest, uniting people from every corner of the globe. Only one team would leave as world champions. The battle for glory had begun. From the opening whistle, Cole Palmer stood out. Wearing Chelsea's number 20, he played with poise and flair. Palmer glided across the pitch, orchestrating every Chelsea attack. PSG defenders struggled to contain him. He was everywhere, always a step ahead. His vision and passing unlocked spaces, creating danger with every touch. The crowd sensed something special each time Palmer got the ball. He set up Nicholas Jackson for an early chance, testing PSG's resolve. Palmer's creativity and composure inspired his teammates. By halftime, he had already scored twice and assisted another. Chelsea fans chanted his name, knowing they were witnessing a star performance. Palmer's brilliance put Chelsea firmly in control. His dribbling, movement and decision-making were flawless. PSG's defence looked exhausted chasing him. Palmer was the heartbeat of Chelsea's attack, dictating the tempo. His first half was a masterclass, unstoppable and unforgettable. The world watched as a new superstar announced himself on the biggest stage. Chelsea's hopes soared with every Palmer touch. The final was quickly becoming his show. The breakthrough came after 20 minutes a nightmare for PSG. Chelsea's relentless pressing forced a mistake from Nuno Mendes near his own goal. Under pressure from Noni Madueke, Mendes played a weak back pass. Cole Palmer pounced, racing onto the loose ball. Calmly, he slotted it into the empty net. Chelsea erupted in celebration, their fans roaring with delight. The goal was a reward for their aggressive, high-energy approach. PSG was stunned, Mendes visibly distraught. The momentum swung decisively to Chelsea. Confidence surged through the team as they took control. PSG, rattled and frustrated, struggled to regroup. The early goal forced them to chase the game, leaving gaps at the back. Chelsea's pressing and teamwork paid off perfectly. Palmer's alertness made the difference, but it was a collective effort. The match's tone had changed. Chelsea were in command. PSG's nerves showed as errors crept in. The first goal set the stage for Chelsea's dominance. The pressure was now on PSG to respond. Chelsea smelled blood and pushed for more. Just before halftime, Palmer delivered a moment of pure magic. Chelsea built from deep, moving the ball swiftly through Fernandes and Caicedo. Palmer received the ball outside the box, back to goal. With a deft flick, he lifted it over his marker, spun, and burst into the area. Donnarumma rushed out, but Palmer stayed ice-cool. He chipped the ball delicately over the keeper, perfection. The stadium gasped, then erupted as the ball nestled in the net. It was a goal of genius, showcasing Palmer's extraordinary talent. His teammates swarmed him, stunned by the skill. Chelsea led 2-0. PSG shell-shocked. The timing was devastating for the French side. Palmer's artistry had given Chelsea a commanding lead. The fans knew they'd witnessed something special, the highlight of the final, and perhaps Palmer's career. Chelsea's confidence soared. PSG faced a mountain to climb. The first half ended with Chelsea in total control. PSG's hopes faded as Chelsea's dominance grew. Their star-studded attack was stifled by Chelsea's disciplined defence. Mbappe and Dembele found no space, every move shut down by Colwill and Fofana. Chelsea's midfield, led by Caicedo and Fernandes, won every battle. PSG's frustration boiled over, misplaced passes, weak shots and rising tempers. Arguments with the referee and reckless fouls signalled their unravelling. The French champions looked lost, their confidence shattered. The half-time whistle was a relief. They needed a miracle. Chelsea's energy and organisation were overwhelming. PSG's dream of world glory was slipping away. The gap between the teams was clear. Chelsea was simply too strong. Chelsea started the second half with the same hunger. PSG pushed forward, leaving themselves exposed. Palmer sparked another attack, finding Mudryk on the left. Mudryk's pace took him past his marker. His cross zipped into the box. João Pedro, with brilliant improvisation, flicked the ball with his heel. It looped over the defender and goalkeeper, nestling in the far corner. The stadium exploded. Chelsea's third goal was a work of art. João Pedro's audacious finish sealed the victory. The team celebrated wildly. The fans knew the trophy was theirs. Chelsea's performance was summed up in that goal skill, speed and teamwork. PSG had no answer. The young Brazilian had made his mark on the world stage. Chelsea were cruising, their dominance unquestioned. The final was all but decided. The celebrations had already begun in the stands. With the score at 3-0, PSG's frustration reached its peak. Chelsea toyed with possession, making PSG chase shadows. The blue half of the stadium revelled in every pass. João Neves, overwhelmed and angry, lunged into a reckless tackle on Enzo Fernandez. The referee showed a straight red card. PSG were down to 10. Their discipline was gone, their spirit broken. Chelsea calmly saw out the match, controlling every moment. PSG's stars looked defeated, desperate for the final whistle. The gulf in class was undeniable. Chelsea's professionalism shone through as they closed out the game. PSG's journey ended in disappointment and frustration. The lesson was harsh but clear. Chelsea had dismantled them in every department. The world watched as a new power rose. In the closing minutes, Chelsea's control was absolute. Enzo Maresca made changes, giving young players a taste of glory. Cole Palmer left the pitch to a standing ovation. Chelsea's passing remained sharp, their work rate relentless. PSG, down to 10, could only watch as Chelsea dictated play. The fans sang louder, savouring every second. Even with victory assured, Chelsea pressed for more. Jackson's shot was saved. A header went just wide. The team's mentality was clear. They wanted to finish in style. The final whistle brought scenes of pure joy. Chelsea players embraced, celebrating a flawless performance. They had conquered the world with youth, skill and unity. The message was clear. Chelsea were back on top. Their dominance was total, their victory deserved. The night belonged to the Blues. The world had witnessed a new era begin. As the final whistle sounded, Chelsea's celebrations erupted. Players, coaches and fans united in jubilation. The blue side of MetLife Stadium was a sea of flags and song. The trophy presentation awaited, a moment of history. PSG collected their silver medals, gracious in defeat. Chelsea's heroes stepped up for their gold, with Palmer receiving the loudest cheer. Captain Reecejames lifted the Club World Cup high, confetti and fireworks lighting the night. The team celebrated with their fans, sharing the triumph. Photos, hugs and laughter filled the pitch. Chelsea's young squad had made history. Their style, spirit and belief had conquered the world. This was more than a trophy. It was a statement. Under Maresca, Chelsea had become a force to be reckoned with. The future looked bright for the Blues. As the celebrations continued, Chelsea knew they had started a new chapter. They were, without doubt, the best team in the world.